In the intricate tapestry of history, some threads are woven with ink and whispers, while others are forged in fire and steel. Few men have mastered both, but among them one name echoes through the ages: Saladin. His story is not just one of conquest, but of a profound, almost mythical transformation, from a calculating politician to an unwavering holy warrior. This is the tale of how the cunning fox became the roaring lion. Before the legend, there was the man, a master of the political game. Imagine a council room, thick with the smoke of oil lamps and simmering rivalries. Here, Salah al-Din Yusuf ibn Ayyub, the man we know as Saladin, moved not with the brute force of a warlord, but with the subtle grace of a fox. He saw the fissures in the Zengid court, the petty jealousies and ambitions of the emirs who vied for power. While they bickered, he maneuvered. A carefully placed word here, a bag of gold there. He played the great game of thrones with an artist's touch, uniting disparate factions not through force, but through a deep understanding of human weakness and desire. He was a pragmatist, a survivor, a politician building a foundation of power brick by brick in the shadows. But the ambition of a fox, no matter how cunning, has its limits. A kingdom built on gold and promises is a fragile thing. One night as Saladin slept, the world shifted. In the depths of his slumber, a vision pierced the darkness. A holy figure, bathed in an ethereal light, stood before him. The voice was not a whisper of political counsel, but a divine thunderclap that shook his very soul. "You have been the fox in the shadows," it commanded. "Now become the lion in the sun. My house awaits." Saladin awoke with a start, the scent of desert air filling his lungs. But it was not the same air he had breathed before. The politician was gone. In his place, a man with a sacred purpose had been born. This was not a mere change of heart. It was a metamorphosis of the soul. On one side, we see the fox, the shrewd politician. In his court, he deftly handles dissent, silencing a greedy emir not with a threat, but with the satisfying clink of a coin pouch, buying loyalty for another day. He is a creature of the dark, hunched over maps, his mind a labyrinth of schemes and counter-schemes, his power drawn from the earthbound world of politics. He directs his forces from the safety of a distant tent, a puppeteer pulling the strings of war. But on the other side, the lion emerges, a holy warrior forged in divine fire. When a general questions his command, there is no negotiation, only a single searing glare of absolute authority that quells all doubt. His strength no longer comes from maps and gold, but from the heavens themselves. We see him on a barren hilltop at dawn, hands raised in prayer, his spirit communing with a power far greater than any earthly king. When the call to battle sounds, he is not in the rear. He is at the forefront, clad in iron, his sword raised high as he personally leads the charge, his very presence a rallying cry for his men. The fox had ruled their purses, the lion now commanded their souls. This transformation found its ultimate expression on the sun-scorched plains of Galilee. At the Battle of Hattin, we witness the culmination of his new path. This was not a victory won by political maneuvering. It was a victory fueled by the fanatical devotion he now inspired. His soldiers fought not for a paycheck or a promise of land, but for God and for the lion who led them. They saw in Saladin the physical embodiment of their faith, a leader whose cause was righteous and whose resolve was unbreakable. The cunning strategies were still there, but they were now wielded by a hand guided by divine conviction. The result was not just a military triumph, it was a crusade's end and a legend's beginning. In the final account, we see two sides of a singular greatness. The fox's cunning built a kingdom from the squabbling remnants of a dying dynasty, a necessary foundation of earthly power. But it was the lion's roar, a roar of divinely inspired purpose, that shattered the Crusader armies, conquered the holy city of Jerusalem, and forged a legacy that would be immortalized not just in the chronicles of sultans, but in the heart of an empire and the memory of the world.